Wilcox here.
Colin?
Oh, hello, Graham.
Want to know something?
Not particularly, what?
We're in the files. At least I am. Here, under MER.
Yes, well, that's right, isn't it? MER?
You don't realize I've just seen it. I'm a code number that gets a pension. I have an expectancy of life calculated in years and days.
Yes. You've got to be joking where I'm concerned. I have got the mother and father of all hangovers. I've already lost half the pension of the female population of London somewhere.
We've been computerized by our own computers.
Well, what's wrong with that? Everybody has.
Yes, but it makes you think when you see it for the first time in black and white. Pension, X years, finish. Yes, but who wants to know about one's future anyway?
Well, 15 years is nothing. Anyway, that wasn't life expectancy. That was before pension. You'll only be...
I've already worked it out. Thanks. And then what?
There's all sorts of things you could do. Retire, buy a nice little place in the country, get married, again, write your book about the Marsh Arabs or something.
Well, that's what I should be doing now.
Mm. Oh, save my life, Flo. I'll never drink again. Cheers.
Here, if I've saved your life, love, how about buying one of these for the raffle? There's a lovely first prize in the fridge there.
You were saying, Graham?
Oh, yes. I was saying, oh, I don't know. It doesn't matter. Oh.
The winner is 100.
Last, 99. Hey, Graham, 100, that's yours. Just a minute, Flo.
Here you are, my love, first prize.
First day, I imagined that the otter had somehow singled me out from all the thousands of people who pass the pet shop window every day. Yet, I found it intriguing. It was uncanny. Every time I passed, he seemed to be watching me, and me alone. At first, I thought it was only my imagination, but whatever I did, he seemed to sense that I was there, and fixed me with his beady eyes. Clearly, I was the chosen one, and I found it curiously flattering. I refused to believe that the otter was only watching me because he'd seen me carrying off the most beautiful fish of his life. No, it had to be something special. And this otter had the good sense to see it. I didn't really take it seriously, and yet I had to admit that I was feeling rather pleased with myself. Years ago, when I had traveled in Arabia, I'd watched wild otters playing in the marshes. There, they had more sense of fun. They seemed very different from this one. Or like myself. was now a prisoner in London.
Yeah, it's okay. Nice size, good condition. I think it'll fit into the act very nice.
Well, as you know, Herman, I'm willing to try anything but otters. No one does the flaming barrel diving act with an otter.
Exactly. Frank, to see humans do it is nothing now. This is something different.
Yeah, I know it's funny, but how are you going to make them do it?
When I have finished with him? Oh, yes. Oh, yes. You see, Frank, otters love water.
Hello, old chap.
I called my otter Midgebill, after an Arab sheikh I'd known long ago and whose name intrigued me with an imagined picture of a platypus-like creature. Physical description. Head ill-shaped, ears placed low, eyes small and homely, a lurid aspect, awkward motions. The otter is naturally of a cruel and savage disposition and has been known to sever human fingers with its bite. Without pause for bone or the pain thus afflicted. The flesh of the otter is extremely fishy and disagreeable to taste. However, the Romish Church permits its consumption on Fridays.
Tell you what, Midge. You don't bite me, and I won't eat you on Friday.
Hello? Colin? He's arrived, yes. Just nosing around. As a matter of fact, right now he's having a cup of tea. He's very quiet and peace-loving. As a matter of fact, he's just rummaging around the waste paper basket and inspecting the furniture. He's having a look at my desk and the table. Did you hear something? I think it was the people upstairs. Hang on a moment. I think there's somebody at the window. No, door.
Midge!
Hello? Hello, Colin? Yes, I'm afraid we're cut off for a moment. Well, as a matter of fact, I'm just tidying my shirt drawer. Yes. Look, Colin, I think I'd better go now. He's asking for a drink. Yes.
Midge. Steady, Midge. Midge, how could you? They were friends of mine.
That first night, I learned something I would never be allowed to forget. Water to an otter is as vital as air to a bird. But water must be kept on the move and made to do things. It must be extended and spread about the place. A bowl must be at once overturned, or if it will not overturn, must be sat in and sploshed until it overflows.
Oh, Midge, you're wet. Get off. Come here. Lie down. It's not funny, Midge. I tell you.
Colin! What, eh?
Oh, come in, Colin.
Oh.
Bit of drama.
Yes, I see. I'd give you a hand, but I'm afraid I'm useless at this sort of thing.
Yes, I know. Mind the bucket.
Thanks. Ah. Well, you've made one or two changes, I see. Is it to keep otters in and humans out, or the other way around?
It depends.
Depends. Any charge for admission? Where is he, by the way?
Midge? In the bedroom, having a rest.
From the decor? I think it's quite fascinating. Oh, I love your mobiles. Do they work?
Help yourself.
Thanks very much. What's Midge doing in the bedroom, anyway?
He's in disgrace. Taught himself to turn the bath taps on.
Ah, that's sweet. How very touching. What about the landlady?
She insists I find alternative accommodation.
Yes, but that's not so easy. I mean, where would you go?
She suggested I move into the local police station. She said their caging was free.
Quite.
Thanks. Sit down.
How?
Oh.
Ah. Thank you. Well, cheers.
Cheers.
No, it seems a shame when you've made so many improvements, but surely you'll have to go, won't you? I mean, you can't keep an otter in London. It's too cruel. To the humans, I mean. You'll simply have to find him a home.
Well, I suppose you're right. Well, I've got to do something pretty rapidly. Don't tell me, old chap.
In that moment, I realized for the first time how deeply I was involved. I hadn't just bought myself an otter. I'd taken a step that was to change the whole course of my life. This otter had become a part of me. Here I was, bound, it seemed, forever to this encaging pest.
Listen to this, Midge. Escape the rat race. Exclusive old world cottage, west coast of Scotland. Ideal retreat for author. Long lease, a few minor repairs. Quick sale to right person. Now, come off there now, Midge. Box 4881. Escape the rat... Escape the rat race, Midge. Ideal for writer.
It's not the easiest thing in the world to travel by train with an otter. The regulations say he's a wild animal and must travel in a box, but the regulations don't know the first thing about otters and boxes. I felt that Midge now trusted me completely, and I wasn't going to betray his trust by putting him in anything. I thought I'd try to bend the law instead.
Single Inverness, first class sleeper, and a dog ticket.
That'll be £12 exact. Breed?
What is that?
What kind of dog is it?
Yes, what kind of dog? Diving terrier.
Diving?
D-I-V-I-N-G. T-E-R-R-I. College.
Did he say diving terrier? D-I-V-I-N-G. T-E-R-R-I-E-R.
Just a minute.
Sorry about this, old chap. Just stay there.
Come in.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening.
Can I check your ticket, sir?
Ah, yes.
See, you're travelling alone, sir. In that case, I'd better lock off. Tea in the morning, sir?
Yes, thank you.
7 o'clock.
Yes, that would be just fine.
Shall I put your luggage up on?
No, thanks. Is that ventilator working?
Well, it is if you turn it on, sir. First thing, dinner, 7:30, sir.
Thank you.
Okay, Midge. Come on now. Midge?
Midge!
Sorry. Thought it was my otter. Don't make a noise, you'll fall.
All right. Who's responsible for this?
Don't worry, Mitch. Never did like traveling by train. Come on. Look, Mitch. Travel by bus. And there's one due in 6 hours. Come on, Mitch. Come on. Steady, Minch. Which way to the village?
Oh, you just follow the road over that hill. Oh, I wouldn't go there.
Oh? Why not?
Well, the cottage you want is a few miles in the other direction. Just a wee walk from here.
But how will I know when I'm there?
Ah, you can't make a mistake. You understand, there's this cottage. And after that, there's the sea.
Oh, Mitch. Don't worry, Mitch. It's just a wee walk. Come on. might pick a horse for a friend. Sorry, Midge. Listen. You can't let off steam. I don't need to. This way, Midge. Exclusive old world cottage. Ideal retreat for writer. A few minor repairs. Quick sale to right buyer. But to me, at that moment in my life, it was the most beautiful place in the world. The place I knew I wanted to be. Go to sleep, Midge. It's only the hunting bats. Go to sleep. There's nothing like an early morning cold bathe in the burn. For an otter. I realized it was that burn and the sea that gave Camusfearna its essential character. A silvery reflecting circle that rings the green fields and makes Camusfearna almost an island.
Come on, Midge. I'm daydreaming. Got to get ourselves organized. Midge?
Come on. Sorry, Midge. I'm only going to the village. You can come next time when I see what it's like. You're making it very difficult, Midge.
You're wasting your time.
Does he not open today?
That depends.
Depends on what?
On how the fish are biting in the bun.
See.
What was it you were wanting?
Methylated spirits.
Oh, just you try the doctors.
The doctors?
Uh-huh. The first house round the corner. They'll maybe have a drop to spare.
Thanks.
Through that door, the doctor's in.
Sit down, please.
I was told the doctor was in.
Yes?
You? I see. I thought perhaps you were the doctor's daughter.
I am. My father died 8 years ago now, and when I qualified, I decided to continue his practice. Did you know him?
No. Well, I won't take up your time with quite a trifling...
Look, please sit down and tell me what the trouble is. Name?
Merrill.
Double L?
Double L.
Age?
39.
39.
40.
Where do you live?
London. That is till 2 days ago.
Holiday?
Not exactly. I'm here for, personal reasons.
Where does it hurt?
Well,
Pain. Lumbar region.
Yes, that's it. I think I must have wrenched my back.
I see. Have you ever done this before?
No. Never.
Take off your coat. Can you touch your toes, please?
Yes, easily.
Straight knees. Is it difficult?
Well, it's always difficult.
Will you lie down, please?
Yeah.
I'm afraid my hands are rather cold. Painful.
Yes, very.
Put your coat on. I'm afraid you've pulled a muscle.
Oh.
The best thing is rest on a firm bed. Boards are best.
Well, I think that's not too difficult to arrange.
Take 2 of these every 4 hours to ease the pain. Come and see me in a few days' time.
Thanks, I'd like to do that. Oh, there's just one thing before I go. I wonder if you could let me have a little methylated spirits. For my stove.
Janet? You're sure it's for your stove?
Yes, of course it is.
Oh, Janet, on his way out, would you give Mr. Merrill a little methylated spirit? For his stove. Goodbye, Mr. Merrill. Nothing strenuous, mind.
No, of course not. Those were tame swans on the lock this morning.
No. Why?
They could have broken your arm.
I know, but the signet was caught in the wire, you see.
I see. You're supposed to be helping Midge. Now stop messing about. I've always had the highest regard for beachcombing as a way of life. Now I found myself considering every piece of flotsam and jetsam.
wondering how I could use it. I soon discovered that something to sit on would present no problems. What? This, Midge, is what is known as otterproof whitewashing. No, you don't. Midge! What? That, Midge, is what is known as otter-safe roof repairing. Midge! What? What an idiot I am. If we didn't always agree on the whats and the wherefores, we made up for it afterwards on the beach, which lay over the hill on the north side.
Name, what have you there?
Sea monster, washed up by the tide.
Sea monster. So that's what the tracks were. What on earth were you doing?
Playing noses and toeses. It's an old otter game.
I see.
He's a tame otter.
Well, I gathered that.
Who lives here with me?
Here, in this beautiful cove.
You sound disappointed.
I am. I don't mind the otter, but...
Thanks.
I'm sorry. I don't mean to be rude. It's just that I never thought of anyone living here. It's always been so perfect the way it was.
I'll try not to change anything. Doctor?
Mary.
Graham. Of course you know that. Midge, come and meet Mary.
Does he bite?
Sometimes. But somehow I don't think he'll bite you.
He'd better not. Come. Ah, what's he called?
Midge. After an Arab sheikh.
Well, he's very beautiful in spite of his name. It's just as well I didn't bring Johnny.
Who's Johnny?
My dog. I've always heard that dogs and otters are deadly enemies.
Yes, but Midge doesn't know he's an otter.
How funny. Johnny doesn't know he's a dog. Well, not keep you from your game. In any case, I must get back to the surgery.
You'll come again.
Perhaps.
And bring Johnny.
I'll see. By the way, how's your back?
How do you mean? Oh, my back.
Yes.
The meth's cured it.
Goodbye, Mitch.
Don't worry, Midge. She's not my type. I don't mind wild goose for dinner at all. But not in summertime, when the water birds raise their young. Midge? They were grey-lag geese, the wild variety of the Scottish seashore. And it was their mother that had been killed by the poacher's shot. Hungry and afraid, they were driven by instinct to follow anything that faintly resembled a grown goose, even an otter. It was very clear, whatever our feelings were, like it or not, our family had just grown by 4. Those few minor repairs took more than a few weeks. When at last I had my house in order, I sat down to begin the job I'd set for myself, to write my book about the marsh Arabs. But there was something wrong. Thinking about it was as far as I got. Now listen, chaps. If you want to learn to fly, you've got to show a little determination. Come on. Come on. Come on! Are you following? You'll never get airborne that way. You've got to flap your wings at the same time. Now, come on, let's try again. Come on. Come on, into position. Ready for takeoff. Come on. Now, you're ready. You start with a slow, graceful, rhythmic movement. Just the way I do it. Now watch, and follow me. Slowly. And faster. And faster. And faster. And faster. And faster. And faster.
Johnny and I seem to be interrupting your ballet lesson.
Well, not really. You see,
Oh, there's no need to make excuses. I really came to introduce Johnny to the sea monster.
I was teaching them to fly.
You're frightening the dog.
Oh, sorry, Johnny. Come and meet Midge.
Are you sure? Johnny's very playful.
See if I can find Midge.
Johnny, you stay. Sit here. Now, you're going to meet Midge, Johnny.
Partly to finish my book.
But why write a book about marsh Arabs?
Because I lived with them once. Before I was married.
I see.
And divorced.
Come on, Johnny. You must stay here.
Now, don't worry about Johnny. There are only a lot of old fish boxes inside.
Well, he'd better stay here because of Midge. There, sit down, Johnny. That's a good boy. Only fish boxes. It's just beautiful.
The first visitor, Midge, old chap. Well, you might see the lady seated first. It's not very used to visitors, I'm afraid. Still, he's been very clever today. Caught us our supper.
Us?
Yes. Well.
I hope it's all right.
When we first arrived at Camusfearna, the eels were migrating into the burn, and there was no problem about food for Midge. I simply opened the door in the morning and he soon caught his own breakfast. But as the summer wore on, the eels stopped coming into the burn. And then one day, they were gone. The run was over. They had come in from the sea, and now they had returned to the sea. There would be no more eels until the following spring.
That's 9 and 2pence change.
And a big, hefty man like that, too. Oh, you're right, Sarah. And a 4-penny stamp.
Just the one?
Yes, dear. Now, I've nothing against folk fraternising with animals, but an otter... Oh, there's something very strange about that, if you ask me.
Oh, very strange indeed, yes, indeed. And anyway, he should be doing a job.
Maybe Mr. Merrill has money.
Well, if he has, I bet he would never know.
I know you're right, Sarah. No, his clothes are no exactly what...
I know what you mean, Flora.
Good morning, Jeannie. Good morning, Mary. Good morning, Dougal. How are you this morning?
Oh, I'm fine.
Are you better?
Yes, I'm feeling fine.
And in any case, you would never think that a lady doctor would... Oh, it's yourself, Mary.
Good morning, Sarah. Hello, Flora.
Well, then would that be all, Flora?
I'll have a 4-penny stamp.
Another 4-penny stamp?
Oh, aye, just to be on the safe side.
And what can I be doing for you, Mary?
Graham asked me to send this telegram. It's rather urgent.
Oh, yes, and wait a minute. 20, that's 20 words. That's 8 and 4pence, including the address, of course.
If you have any mail for the islands, Hugh is flying me out there early tomorrow morning.
Nothing serious, I hope.
I hope not.
Oh.
8 and 4pence.
Thank you. Wait you now, Claire. I read it over. Clifford Wilcox, 22 Battersea Park Road, London, SW15. Food situation desperate. Please send large container live eels. Regards, Graham.
That's right, Sarah. Now, don't forget the mail, mind.
Oh, no, I'll not forget the mail. Live eels, whatever next? Why, these Londoners are awful odd.
You mean Graham?
Oversold, dear? Here we are, one nice day oversold. I can promise you you'll enjoy it.
Hi, Mr. Dent.
Thank you. Morning, sir.
Good morning.
Can I help you?
Yes, have you got any live eels, please?
Live?
Hmm.
No, sir, no. Not this time of year, sir.
Oh, dear.
Tell you what, they might be able to help you over there.
Oh, thanks very much.
Not at all.
Can I help you?
Oh, yes, please. I'd like some live eels.
Eels? Oh, they're over here.
Thank you.
Siamese coulier.
From Siam. They're very small, aren't they? Let's see now. One large container. I should think I'll need about 400 or 500. How much are they?
They're 7 guineas per. Aren't they fun?
Well, thanks very much.
Food for Midge became a real problem. I often spent several hours a day catching fish for him, or trying to. There were many basking sharks now migrating from northern waters. They were completely harmless, feeding on plankton, untoothed, frightening only because of their great size. As I watched, I began to see them in a new light. There in the fin was a whole year's supply of shark steaks.
Did you forget something?
No. That isn't a deep freeze out there, is it?
Aye, well, you could call it that, I suppose.
Does it what?
It did once, just after the war.
What does it belong to now, Mr. Cameron?
Well, no. That's difficult to answer. But if you're interested, you can have it for a few shillings. Just for the delivery, of course.
Thanks. Any chance of getting it to start?
Well, with a wee drop of meth and a lot of persuasion, I'd say you'd a chance in a million.
No, I said he had no teeth. At least that's what it said in the book.
Graham? Graham? Come on. Oh! Let me help you.
At last, the shark lay cut up in the freezer. I hadn't dared let Midge out at all during the preparations. I felt quite sure he'd gorge himself to death.
Midge! Midge! Forward, Midge! Not yet, Midge. Don't disturb Mary.
Oh, Mitch. There you are. Did you think we were never coming back? I did.
Here, Midge. Before it gets cold.
Poor Mitch. He must be starving.
A whole year's supply. You know, Mary, I'm almost sorry to have found such a permanent solution so easily.
So easily?
I mean, no more fishing for Midge. I'm worried. I won't have any excuse now for not writing my book. Come on, Midge. Here, Midge. Here, Midge. Midge? Midge, come back! Midge! Midge!
Midge! Midge! Midge!
You were saying, Graham.
Oh, yes, but I didn't mean it.
Well, you don't need to worry now.
But there are nearly 400 shark steaks in that freezer. I mean, everyone likes shark steaks.
I hope you do.
Midge. After 2 weeks of boiled shark, baked shark, grilled shark, curried shark, Midge and I were in complete agreement. Basking shark was not fit food for man nor beast. In desperation, I made a trip to the nearest fishing port. To be on the safe side, I bid for a mixed box.
They here 5 bob. Rate a bit of 5 bottom now, 3 and a 5, 3 now, a bit of hour, 5 up and out, 9, 5 and 9 out, 6 bin out, 3. 6 and 3 bin out, a half, 6 and 9, 6, 9 out, 7 and 7 bin out, 3. 7, 3 bin a half now, 9 and 7 and 9 now, 8 bob. 8 shows I'm 8 and 3. 8 and 3, right, 8 and 3. Nine out, 5 and 9 out, 6 bin out, 3 and 6 and 3 now, bit of half, 6 and a half, 6 9. 9 out, 7 and 7 bin out, 3 and 7 3 now, bit of half. 7 out, bin 9 and 7 9 now, 8 bob, 8 bin out, 3. 8 and 3 now, you all finish 8 and 3, right, 8 and 3. Now 5 3 bit of half, 5 up and 9 and 5 and 9 out, 6. 6 bin out, 3. On 6 3 bit of half, 6 up and 9. On 6 and 9 now, 7 bob. 7 bin out, 3. 7 3 now, you all finish 7 3 now, bit of half, 7 up now. 7 9 and 7 9 now, 8 bob. 8 bin out, 3. 8 and 3. 8 3 bit of half. 8 and a half now, you all finish 8 and 6. 8 and 6 is. Right away we go in a lovely pair of mixed fish here now. What do you see on them? I'm at 6 bob. 6 has been on 3. On 6 3 bit of half. So 6 half been 9. 6 and 9 now 7 and 7 bit. 7 shows on 3. 7 3 been out bit of half. 7 half been 9 or 7 9 now 8 bob. 8 been on 3 and 3 bit of half. 8 half been 9. 8 and 9 on 9 bob. 9 shows all through it 9 bob. 9 bob. Right on we go now, piece of haddock. Now what do you see on it? And the haddock's there. Number 8 bob again. 8 bit again, not 3 and 8 3 bit a half. 8 half been 9, number 8 9 on 9, or 9 bit not 3, 9 3 not bit a half, 9 half been 9. 9 9 not 10 or 10 bit 10 a half. 10 half bit 11 11 half, now that's 12. 12 shillings. 12 bit, y'all finish at 12 bob. Over there now. What do you say now? On a bit of cord here. On the cord. Number 8 shilling the cord again.
Man, you got a bit of everything there.
Yes, just playing safe. Quite a mixed bag. Everything except shark.
Man, I could let you have a bit of that.
No. No, thanks. Not really.
But there's nothing could beat a well-grilled shark steak.
All right, you can put up your windows now.
Midge? Midge? Midge?
Johnny. I'm sorry. The whole village seemed to be in the surgery this evening. Any sign of Midge?
No, not a thing.
Coming past the point just now, Johnny kept looking out towards the lighthouse and whining. As if he could sense something I couldn't see.
The island, you mean? I doubt it. It's a long way off. Too far for Midge to go. Perhaps we'd better take a look.
Sì, mare Recone. Ma lasciami, o come nata.
Ha, fesca bria.
Här, Arling. Show Mr. Merrill.
Ha, Chirum.
Camusfearna, and Abrachidum.
Coinicum Prianela, Gweicholta Rish.
What does he say?
He says it's a nice day.
But what about Midge?
You're shing a dorog doran. A heil shing.
Wegan, sure. Tire and la. You're in Cricken Shin Hole.
Oh. The were-otters here, too.
Vaiarage. Hanik inik kohookum. Just come across.
Must have been Midge.
Why?
Well, he said one almost touched his leg.
And shin noviator falav. Go Elendroon.
Oh,
What does he say?
he swam off to the island of Droon. What do you want to do, Graham?
How do you mean? Go there, of course. Well, if he tried to get here, he didn't make it. After all, he's never been swimming anywhere before. Except the burn or bathtub.
Graham, is that just seaweed?
Where?
There. It looks like...
Midge! Midge took some time to recover.
He seemed unwilling now to leave Camusfearna, even to stray out of my sight. Except for an occasional dip in his pool. I realized I had been drawing only one aspect of Midge, and not the best at that. An otter on land is as graceless as a grounded bird. I needed to sketch him underwater. A bit of beachcombing would produce, I hoped, what I now could use to further my small artistic ambition.
Graham?
Oh, Mary, stay there. I'll be right out.
What you're making?
Oh, nothing. Just a swimming pool.
I've brought you a telegram. It's been waiting at the post office a few days now, but Sarah Chambers said it's nothing important.
Oh, thanks. Is it worth reading?
I very much doubt it.
Very bad news indeed.
Oh?
Got to go to London.
When?
Before spring.
No wonder they sent you a telegram.
Come and see Midge. By the way, you're invited to a birthday party on the 21st.
Yours?
No, Midge's. It's a Sunday.
Well, I should be able to make it. But how do you know it's on the 21st?
First day of his birth sign. Aquarius. Come on, Midge. You'll miss your birthday party.
Hope this thing works. Come on, Midge.
Swimming pool.
Come on, John. Come on. Come on, get down. It's a good boy.
Autumn in the Highlands begins with the first day the waterfowl start to gather. The swans were heading south. And my geese, who had finally learned to use their wings, joined the wild flocks from the Hebrides. The first snow fell at Camusfearna. It lay for weeks, to Midge's delight.
You don't understand. It's a business trip. Purely business, old chap. Come out of there, Midge. Look, Midge, it takes a day to get there and a day to get back. Of hard traveling. By bus and by train. Yes, Midge. By train. I've only been gone a week. "7 days. It's like a jail sentence. Look, Midge, it's not forever. There'll be Mary and Johnny. You'll need this to take him back to the village.
Graham, I hope you have a safe journey, and we'll all miss you.
Thanks for looking after Midge. Oh, in case he tries to follow me.
Oh.